over 10 years. But like a lot of the other animals here, they were what's the word? Like they were old pets that were like given away. And Kringle is a great example that you definitely need to do your research before getting any sort of snake because they're a lot of care compared to a regular mammal, things like that. So he's pretty cute. And another cool thing about snakes is they have heat sensing pits in their head, so they're able to sense the change in temperature by 1/6 of a degree, which is really cool. And they're able to do that because they have the sensing pit on each side of their nostrils, and they can sense the direction of the heat. So out in the wild, when they're slithering around the ground, they can just sense the direction of the heat. It's really cool. But yeah, and forgot to mention this at the very beginning, but they're called ball pythons because whenever they feel threatened, they curl up in a ball and they stick their head right to the middle, and that is a way to ward off predators. But also, when a female ball python lays her eggs, she wraps around them for 3 months, doesn't eat, doesn't move. But do y'all have any other questions on Kringle?
So when it brings its head up out and like when it does the ball thing, why do its prey get scared of it?
Probably because they see just like a big thing, like it's kind of like it's the same idea as when Tilly like puffs up his feathers. It's just a way for them to like appear bigger. So maybe when I'm not exactly sure, but probably sticking their head out of the ball just is a way for the predators that I probably don't want to mess with this thing. I don't know how big it is by curling up in a ball. It's like the size of the snake is probably unpredictable to like predators. So I'm not exactly sure, but a lot of snakes do that. They like curl up in balls and kind of wait out their prey. But I'll go put Kringle up, and then I'll get out the last animal. Got a lot to say.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, it's a big box, it's a big box, it's a big box, it's a big box. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I saved the best for last.
Yeah.
So, the best for last, this is Fatty. Fatty is an American alligator. And his name is Fatty, actually. It's kind of ironic because Fatty is around 20 years old. And you would think, alligators, they're supposed to be really big. Adult male alligators, they can get up to 15 feet long. But he's called Fatty because he was seized by DNR long ago, and he was being illegally kept as a pet in a bathtub. And from that, his growth was stunted, and he developed this metabolic bone disease. So he can't get any larger than this, which is really unfortunate, and that's why we could never release him out into the wild, because he would probably get bullied or eaten by other gators. But that is why his name is Fatty. He cannot get any bigger than this. But female alligators, they are slightly smaller. They can get up to 10 feet long. But adult alligators are the stereotypical really big ones that you see in ponds or swamps, things like that. But one of the cool things about alligators is that these plates, they're kind of bony like this. They're called osteoderms, and he's an apex predator, so he doesn't have any natural predators out in the wild. But in case another alligator tries to bite him, or maybe another animal, these things are pretty sturdy actually. So they're called his armor plates, and his tail is really muscular, so he's able to kind of swivel through the water by like swiveling his tail like this.
Ooh, slithery.
And they're able to tuck their legs and their arms completely by their sides, so they're able to move as fast as they can through the water. And the difference between alligators and crocodiles, first of all, is that crocodiles, they have more of a V-shaped snout, and they prefer saltwater, brackish water, but alligators, they have more of a U-shaped snout, and they hang around freshwater environments. So alligators, they range all over the southeast from like the Virginia-North Carolina border all the way out to Texas. So, and these guys, they're not endangered whatsoever. There's actually alligator poaching like season in some states. You can't like kill all of them, and the season doesn't last forever, but these guys are not a problem whatsoever. They are numerous throughout the entire southeast. And here at the museum, he eats large mice, and he eats twice a week. I feed him on Tuesdays and Fridays, and he gets 5 large mice. And I tongue feed them. And something that I do, it's almost like called conditioning, but it's called clicker training them. I have this clicker, and every time I put the mouse in front of him, I click it. It almost like trains his brain to think whenever I hear this click, I'm gonna get fed. Because these guys have never bit me before, but just taking precautions, we wanna like do as as much as we can to like let them know our hand is not food, even though they would never do that because he's obviously very docile like this. But
It hurts.
Hmm?
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts bad.
Have you been bit before? Really? And I don't even want to know what it feels like to be bit by an alligator, but this guy, he is definitely not going to do anything to me. But yeah, what else was I going to say? Yeah, there's actually only 2 species of alligator in the world. There's the American alligator, and then there's the Chinese alligator, and they're in like a small part of China, like southern China. There's not that many of them. But
Are they legal to have as pets?
I'm not sure about that actually, but probably not. I don't know how many people actually want an alligator as a pet.
I want one as a pet.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you have to have like special permits for an alligator because some of like a protected species, I believe. So you
Yeah,
have to
here
get,
in Georgia,
a
for
specific
sure.
license for it.
No, yeah, because it is illegal to keep any native species as a pet, actually. So there's native snakes. Obviously, he's a native species. There's turtles. Can't have them according to the DNR. So
You said native?
yeah. So alligators are native to Georgia. We have our little corn snake over there. He's native to Georgia. The box turtles over there, they're native to Georgia. So yeah, you definitely cannot keep them as pets because they're just roaming around outside. I don't think they would like being picked up and just being kept in that house. But yeah. What else was I gonna say? But actually, cool thing I learned about alligators, they're called a temperature-dependent species. So whenever an alligator mother lays her eggs in a nest, the temperature of the ground determines the sex of her babies. So anything over 93 degrees Fahrenheit, all of her babies will be males. Anything 86 degrees and under will be all females. And anything in between 93 and 86 will be a mix. So sea turtles
that's
are the same
cool.
way actually. So whenever they lay their eggs in the sand, sea turtles, I'm not sure the exact ranges, but yeah, it depends. The temperature of the sand is what determines the sex of the babies. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, alligators are the same way, and that's something really cool that I learned because I didn't know that. But yeah, y'all have any other questions on Fatty?
Aren't y'all supposed to be in like a new section? I forget.
A new section.
Yes, or a new something.
I don't know. I know
Or
this
no,
place,
y'all are supposed to be expanding on something. Or no?
this place is definitely going to get remodeled at some point. I'm not sure when that is, but at some point, all this will be remodeled. The walls will be painted something different. This big tree is going to be taken out. But I'm not sure when that'll be. Probably way after I'm done. But y'all have any other questions on Fatty? You can touch it if you'd like. But yeah. But that's all I have for y'all. If y'all wanted to touch them, thank y'all for coming and listening. It was very short, but it'll be a very chill thing. You can like take 2 fingers and like go along his back.
Oh, that's an interesting texture.
Hey, come back in here real quick.
Oh, he's cute.
It's very cute. Honestly, I like working with Fatty a lot more than the other gator. Her name's Irma. Irma is only 8 years old. She was rescued from Hurricane Irma. That's why that's her name. But she gets very feisty. She does not like being held at all. I think it's just because she's growing up. Well, he's gonna be the same way forever.
I like gator bites.
I have never had gator bites actually. My brother says it tastes like chicken, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure like how I'd feel about eating one of them. I think they're so adorable.
You take about that much of the tail and you chop it up like hush puppies.
Oh no.
And deep fry it.
Oh no. And then, wait, you only eat the tail? Like you don't eat the rest
You
of
can
their
eat
body?
all of it, but the tail is what mainly people go after.
I did not know that. Honestly, I've never had much stuff like that anyway. He was ready. That cool?
What do you say? Say thank you.
You want to touch her? Yeah, thank y'all for coming out.
It's like everybody else is getting all the
We have like
attention.
an
Come
outdoor
back.
area too. There's one owl out there, and then there's a bat cave. The bats are probably eating right now. I just fed them, and then there's a vulture. So y'all should definitely check that out. And
And
it's
that's
not,
around back. right?
yeah, it's kind of like by the pavilion if you know where that at. There's like the green
What time
space
is
as well. So, yeah, y'all should check it out. It's nice outside.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
38.
Yeah.
What do you want to do for 40 minutes until the planetarium?
The what?
The
Oh,
planetarium.
the planetarium. We can have lunch or whatever. Then, if you want, otherwise we could look at the animals and like continue drawing and stuff.
I don't think we have time to go there if we come make it that.
You don't have to.
Have to what?
After what?
You said we don't have to what? Oh,
Yeah. What did you want to do?
huh?
What?
Either what?
That's you. You like it?
I like it.
You're
Yours?
looking at it weird.
No, yours looks good. Mine looks bad. But no,
It kind of looks like you. A little bit. What? Who is that? Is that a band? Yeah.
but I was gonna say either I don't care. Either we can stay and just wait for the thing and go eat afterwards, or but if we leave, we're not gonna make it. We can just come back here another day. To come back to the planetarium thing.
Okay.
But it's up to you. I'm not really sure.
What time does the planetarium start?
4.
We can look at another part of the museum. Is there another part?
Yeah, and then she said there's some stuff outside. Remember we didn't look at the art school?
We didn't.
Huh?
We didn't.
Oh. I think this may be the tree of life. Come on. Are you gonna carry this stuff? Juicy couture. That's what your thing say, bro.
Where? This?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can read. Hey. If the planetarium thing really long, I may fall asleep. If the planetarium thing is really long, I may fall asleep.
What'd you say about that?
If it's long, I may fall asleep.
Honestly, me too. You're gonna just go. I'll come back for the planetarium another day.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You can do that.
So you guys, we're gonna end the video here, but it was nice. And we'll come back for part 2.